Hi, my name is Dave Borkert. I'm Chief of Police with the City of New Ulm. Today I'm joined by Caitlin with Heart of New Ulm. We're just going to be talking about some community partnerships that we're working closely with. So, Caitlin, could you just kind of tell us a little bit about your role with Heart of New Ulm, please?
Yeah, so I am the Community Health Improvement Coordinator for the Heart of New Ulm, and we manage 7 different action teams that work to bless the health of the community.
And could you just tell us a little bit about your action teams, please?
Yes, so we have 7 total action teams. So our Coalition for Safe and Active Streets, our Safe Routes to School action team, our Chemical Health action team, our Mental Health and Wellness action team, Worksite Wellness action team, Food Environment action team, and then our Downtown action team. So we bring the best and brightest minds together so that everyone can be at the table for the right conversations, and that's how we see great community change.
I know with the police department, kind of like one of my slogans is as far as public safety, there's more to public safety than just law enforcement. We're certainly a proud member of it, but as far as community policing, it's important that we're working with everybody. And I know one of the action teams, Sergeant Fleck, is our school resource officer, and he works in the chemical health action team. And then I proudly represent the New Ulm Police Department on the action team with Safe Routes to School and also Coalition for Safe and Active Streets. So again, when we're doing that, we're working with other community partners, other stakeholders, and we're really trying to keep the community safe by working together, especially working with our community leaders. So thank you again for joining us. One event that's going to be coming up relatively soon is Walk to School Day. So we have it in spring and fall. Our next event is going to be May 6th. And with that, we're going to have the police department. I'm kind of excited about that because it's something a little bit different, but we're actually going to have certain intersections that the police department is going to be helping the kids cross, and then also just having that community contact and just making it a safe place, a safe route, and just trying to encourage everybody to walk to school. So could you just tell us a little bit more about that event?
Yeah, so National Walk to School Day is a program that goes back about 10 years, and the next one this spring is going to be on May 6th. We also do one in the fall, and then locally, instead of a winter walk to school day, our action team creates a story walk. So we take apart a book and put it on cones outside as a way to keep kids active in the winter. So kids walking to school does good things for traffic flow, obviously less cars, less congestion, but research also shows us that the physical activity before school also helps with learning outcomes and behavior outcomes. Kids need to be active, and that helps them control their body and focus better at school.
And I know there's another event that we're going to be working. It's going to be more ongoing, but with summer coming, kind of looking forward to this. It's something we could probably do year round, but we're bringing back incentives to basically where our law enforcement officers can make a positive contact with our students for doing the right thing or doing the safe thing that we're seeing, whether that's wearing a bike helmet or crossing correctly at a pedestrian crossing. But again, just trying to reinforce that safe conduct and also that interaction with the law enforcement. So I think it has a couple of good things going for it. Again, anytime that we can have positive contact with law enforcement, between law enforcement and students, I think that's a win. And then also reinforcing positive, safe acts. So one thing that we're going to be doing is having basically like our officers having an ice cream treat or something like that they're going to be offering when they see this safe act. And I think you have a personal story with that, if you could maybe share that.
We've lived here, I have 5 young children. We lived here for about 13 years. And early my first child got pulled over on his bike for wearing a helmet. He was pretty little. An officer pulled up behind him and gave him a free ice cream cone for wearing his helmet. And that did so much for him that still there can be bikes laying, all over the neighborhood and kids running everywhere. And he will run back to the garage to get his helmet just in case there's a police officer driving by. Maybe not motivated fully by doing the right thing, but very motivated by getting to talk to a real policeman and getting a free ice cream cone. So I personally love that initiative.
Yeah, we certainly like the positive reinforcement, and I think there's a benefit to that. Again, that one-on-one contact, a kind of an icebreaker almost with law enforcement being able to make contact with the students and having that kind of dialogue. So I think that's really positive. Can you think of anything else as far as our partnership? I don't expect this to be the only update that we're going to be doing together. I'm going to be bringing in other stakeholders and community leaders as well. But I'm confident we're going to be working with Heart of New Ulm closely and often, and I believe in the future we're going to have future updates as well. Anything else as far as closing at this time, Caitlin, that I would have possibly missed?
No, we're very thankful for our partnership with law enforcement and love to support the work you're doing.
Thank you. Thanks again. The Heart of New Ulm partnership is very important to us, and we're going to continue to give updates. So see you next time. Thank you.